Hello everyone, Sanela here, Herbalife Health Coach, and today I'd like to talk to you about weight loss and the fundamental idea behind successful weight loss. You see, majority of my clients are actually weight loss clients, a good 90%, and 2/3 of them have probably tried some other diets before, and the last thing I want to do is when they come to me is to put them on another diet. My first job really is to educate them about the difference in between just being focused on a weight loss and being focused on their health and nutrition. And also many believe that it's all about the calories because that is what dieting industry wants to make them believe. And so that is another hurdle to cross. And many of the clients have actually tried diets before, lost weight, and then regained everything back on and more. Maybe some of you are familiar with that, the so-called yo-yo effect. And what usually then happens is that, people go on the same diet even several times, after they lose weight and then gain weight and, etc., without ever realizing that it's not just about them and their, lack of willpower to maintain weight, but actually it's the diet itself, because it's not necessarily maybe focused on health, because it might even say it is, but there is a lack of balance in that diet, something that it does to the body, that the body just decides to sort of rebound, and a person is simply not able to sustain their weight loss. So you see, majority of the diets, they're pretty restricted, and, they focus on calories, they focus on, one element, no carbs at all, or, just protein, or, some of the days are like this, some of the days are like that, but our body needs everything on a daily basis, and not quite sure how much, science is in that. And what I found is that works the best, what certainly worked for me to maintain all these 12 years, to lose weight, after my pregnancies, and to maintain it, is this knowledge now that I have of what to eat for every single meal, in the right balance, for every single meal and snack, and to also eat in the right frequency as well. And sometimes, all it takes is just, maybe listening, to your body. And it's not only just to nourish the body, but to get this body to be, this fat burning machine, not only while we are dieting, but every single day, to avoid, the fat storing. So majority of the problem is that, we look at the, just the weight loss, and so-called diets, will cause you to drop the weight. Some of them, you drop the weight absolutely too quickly, which is not very, a great idea. But at the same time, regardless with what speed you are going, you don't know exactly what you're losing, because the dieting industry is only focusing you to check the number, on the scales. And what I really mean by that is that unless your diet is balanced, and what I mean by balance is the balance of the protein, carbohydrates and fats. Some of the diets, they even appear to be healthy. Even 10 years ago, I remember it was, eating just fruit in the morning, jumpstarts your metabolism. And we all know, it doesn't exactly work like that. Our bodies, they need, a lot more. So the diet may appear healthy, but it doesn't mean that it's balanced. And it is exactly the lack of that balance will cause you to lose weight, if it's you're going for low calorie element, but you are losing weight without realizing, and a lot more than just weight. And what I again mean by that, and I've seen it a lot of times, even with my own clients, they would come to me for, their weekly or a monthly checkup. We would do the body composition scan, where we don't just look at the weight, we look at the body fat, lean muscle, their hydration levels, their bone mass, their visceral fat, all that dangerous, internal fat. And we look, at their metabolic age and etc. And we do that full scan, and then we see that maybe they've lost weight, but there are occasions where I'm not exactly happy with their weight loss, and I need to educate them why they shouldn't be either. So what would basically happen in that instance is instead of losing body fat, they actually lost lean muscle. And maybe they decided that week that they maybe there was a special occasion, or they decided to go a little bit off-piste. Maybe they will lose weight quicker by maybe skipping a meal or skipping a snack. Or maybe they were just, too busy. But, after, good conversation, we work out exactly what was the problem. But, I could literally see on a weekly basis, whether they followed the plan or not. And we definitely don't want them to lose, their lean muscle. And I'll tell you exactly why. Without, first of all, doing that regular body composition, you don't know what you're losing. You may be losing weight, but what part of that weight is actually the body fat which you want to lose, and what part is a lean muscle that you don't want to lose. So instead of looking at weight alone, you really need to focus on a body composition, which is what I try to educate my clients exactly to focus on. And all those diets that you did in the past, perhaps, you did lose weight, but most probably, if you, develop that yo-yo effect and yo-yo, dieting, you probably have lost not just, body fat, but part of that weight loss was, your lean muscle. And basically what happens is, in particular, 1 pound of lean muscle burns about 14-15 calories minimum a day. So you can imagine somebody who lost 2 stones in a certain period of time, and out of those 2 stones, 10 pounds was a lean muscle. And that means that if 1 pound of lean muscle burns 15 calories a day minimum, 10 pounds, that's 150 calories, your metabolism is now slower by. And you are not able to burn 150 calories extra, basically, during the day. So the moment you stop dieting and, perhaps, just want to eat, regularly, your body doesn't have, again, enough lean muscle to, to burn it. So we really need to learn how to protect, that lean muscle. And it's such an important thing to understand. And not only that, muscle this is a good thing as well. Muscle takes a lot less space than body fat. 1 pound of muscle at stake, or any pound, any amount of muscle, takes 2.5 times less space than the same amount of body fat. So when somebody loses a stone of only body fat, their shape will change drastically, and they will feel a lot more difference, in them than certainly the difference they've lost. It's going to be more noticeable than if half of that weight loss was body fat and a half was lean muscle. So very, very important to understand, and that's the reason why I really just wanted to talk to you just about this fundamental issue. And so how about you basically stop dieting. Don't focus on a diet, but educate yourself. Commit yourself to learning about healthy eating, and not just because looks colorful on a plate, but look for science, because the weight loss is a science, and that's the reason why people do need coaches such as myself to help them, because obviously we've got experience, and most of us have got personal experience as well in losing weight. So, and if you just focus on rather than on result and on the number on the scales, how about just focusing on that health and a balance and doing things right, for the right reasons. And I can guarantee you that the weight virtually, will just fall off. And also don't be fooled by friends and family who are maybe following some other fad diet, and they've lost this amazing, 1 stone in a month. And, we all want things quicker, but not necessarily that is a great idea. And that weight, you might lose, but I can guarantee you probably will, regain it all back on, and probably they will too. So again, how do we keep the muscle on? And so despite the old-fashioned belief that, you just need to exercise more, and that's usually in January, New Year's, health resolutions, most of the people, they just go for more exercise. But actually, what we all know, and again, science shows us, 80% of your results are going to be nutrition and what you eat, what you put in your mouth. And only 20% benefits of exercise are huge. But when it comes to the health and, particularly weight loss, you want to focus 80% on nutrition and 20%, on exercise alone. And also, you want to, just another sort of tip, you want to make sure that every single meal does have a protein. So we want to stabilize the blood sugar and kickstart that metabolism, in particular in the morning, and things like cereals, toast, all that, brings your blood sugar levels up, and body stores it as fat, all the excess, and then you are hungry and, less energetic, and etc. And, that spiral just repeats itself. You will overeat as well. So what is important, that every meal does have a protein, and also every snack needs to have a protein, and you do need to eat in regularly, every maybe 2.5, 3.5 hours, so in the right frequency, small amounts, so that you are able to stabilize the blood sugar. Another tip is to make sure that if you are going to eat all this amount of protein that your body does need, you can't have it all from animals. Again, a lot of research, you can research maybe a new China study, fantastic book, probably one of the largest nutritional studies done. And it basically talks about vegetarian diet and the studies done on what eating too much meat or meat in general, what it does. So you really, protein is important, but also it's very important we balance. If you're not vegetarian or vegan, you balance that animal protein with the plant protein. Obviously, we have a fantastic healthy breakfast solutions that really help with that aspect. They give you plant protein, and I've done it now, and the whole my family, kids since they're pretty much 6 months old. They were just giving these healthy, nutritious sort of smoothies that have enough protein, but also all the nutrients, vitamins and minerals and etc. that not only nourish you, not only you have things in balance, or rather, because it's all perfectly balanced, it stabilizes your blood sugar levels and it keeps you fuller for longer, and we all want that. Some of my vegan and vegetarian clients, they might struggle really with protein. They are getting all from plants, and that can be really an issue. Certainly if I personalize their protein according to their body composition, unless they get that right, even them, some of them, they have problem with the body fat. Some of them have less lean muscle. They shed it a lot faster because they maybe don't eat meat, but not necessarily, even for them, sounds great, but not necessarily their diet is healthy and in balance. And, we can really help them too, to make sure that whatever they're doing, they're not storing fat, but they're also not losing their lean muscle. And then for the rest of you, if this really appeals to you, if, I said something that, just you would like to maybe find more about, feel free, do reach out, ask a question. I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me now on Sanela at wellnessforlife.co.uk. You can visit my website, wellnessforlife.co.uk. And until then, have a great day, and make sure you stay healthy, balanced, and focus on that healthy, active lifestyle. Thank you.